Hey guys, it's Sarah, and I am here with a page kit for my Savannah and Boston album. This is a picture I'm going to be scrapping today of me and my best friend when we were in Savannah. It was very hot, very, very hot. We went towards the end of September, and yeah, it was very hot and humid on during that weekend that we were there. And this was a picture that we just snapped of ourselves complaining about it being so hot. So we used a particular word for how hot it was and how we felt. So if you don't like this word, I apologize in advance, but it's going to be said. So just fair warning, you've been warned. I'm going to use the M word here because that's going to be the title of my layout because that's the word that we used. Okay, so I put my photo in the middle of my brown cardstock here, and I am going to cut it down, and that's going to be my mat for my photo, and then this cardstock is going to be the foundation for my layout. I'm going to be using a few different papers here, and I'm just cutting really large strips for them. So I'm going to be basically using 3 very large strips here. So this is going to be one. Those have little temperature gauges on them, which I thought was pretty cute for a layout that's going to be about, how hot it is. And then I have this other one here that's just a nice pattern. And then the sunburst one I'm going to put in the center here, and it says Hello Sunshine. So this is how I'm going to basically piece it together, and then this will be my background. And then I have a couple strips here that I'm going to use as well for pattern papers. I'm going to go ahead and ink the edges of all of them with walnut stain from my Tim Holtz Distress ink. And I'm going to go ahead and ink the edges using my little mini blender tool. This will help bring all of the papers together and make them look cohesive, and also give them a defined edge because I'm using a bunch of different patterns all together and I don't want them to blend in together too much, but having the inked edges really gives it a definition, and you can tell that it's going to be something separate and it doesn't blend together too much for your eye. And now I'm going to go ahead and put everything down. So these papers here are cut down by about 1/4 inch. And then I'm just piecing them together. And then this one's going to go straight down the center here. And as you can see, the center one, the yellow one, there's a little bit bigger than the other two. That was intentional. Helps it stand out a little bit. And then my photo is going to go right there. Now let's work on the title. My title is moist, guys. That is the word that we used to describe how we felt walking around Savannah, Georgia at the end of September. We felt very moist. These stickers are pretty old, actually, and they are a chevron, kind of a ombre effect on it, and they're yellow. So I'm going to use those. And then these are just everything that I pulled to use for this page kit here. So I think I use almost everything. This one, I don't think it ends up getting used, this little Polaroid sticker here. Oh, maybe it does. Oh yeah, I did use it. Okay. Can you tell it's been a while since I made this layout versus when I'm doing the voiceover? Now for the rest of everything else here, I think I do use everything, actually, now that I'm looking at all the stuff. I'm pretty positive I use just about everything. I'm cutting out this bee here. This is a very large bee. And I have a couple small bees as well that I'm going to be using. And I'm going to ink the edge of this one here as well. And I just cut out some of the excess with my circle punch for that one. Then I have some flowers here that I'm going to use, these really pretty flower stickers. And then I'm going to cut out this camera that I'm pretty positive I cut from a piece of pattern paper. I really like that. And then this is where I'm going to do my journaling, this little chipboard circle. I am going to use a regular Sharpie, And I'm going to write my journaling on here, and then I'm going to let it dry a little bit and make sure it's not going to smudge before I put it down. So I'm going to set it aside, let it dry, and then I'll test it out before I put it down, just to make sure. Because sometimes, sometimes the pens or Sharpies can smudge depending on the type of sticker or chipboard that you're writing on. So I just want to make sure it's not going to smudge before I put it down. I'm going to scatter these little bee stickers around here. Got those from a sticker book. And then I'm going to go ahead and put the camera here. And then this little piece here says hot, hot, hot on it. So I'm going to put that in the center of the camera. My journaling worked out nicely, so I'm going to go ahead and put this down as well. I just put my bottle on top of it just to help it kind of give it a little bit of weight there just for a few minutes. And then I have some of these word strips here that I'm going to use in yellow. And then I do have some black little, these are like the perler dots. I remember there was a big trend going around where everyone was making their own enamel dots. Basically, you could buy the little perler beads, and if you arrange them a certain way and then put them in your oven, they would melt down to be basically the same size as enamel dots. And it's only one size, like you didn't get the different sizes the way enamel dots come anymore. But they're one size. And when I went to a scrapbooking retreat, somebody gave everyone bags full of these little perler dots, basically is what they're called. She had made a whole bunch at home and gave them to everybody at the retreat. So it was super awesome. And I had some, like I still have some. So I pulled out a whole bunch of black, and that's what I'm using as basically kind of enamel dots around here. And that's going to complete my layout, guys. So here are some close-ups coming up here for you. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know if you guys have any questions at all. And I will see you guys again very soon. Hope you have a great day. Bye.